Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something incredible, how a devastating crisis is actually forging a brand new energy future in Ukraine. So here's the situation on the ground. Ukraine is dealing with a massive electricity shortage, and it's not by accident. We're seeing widespread, targeted attacks on its energy infrastructure, and that's just shattered the old centralized grid. The result? Massive rolling blackouts. I mean, how does a country even begin to keep the lights on when its power grid is in pieces? It's a huge humanitarian challenge for sure. But, and this is the fascinating part, out of this absolute crisis, a totally new way of thinking about energy is starting to emerge. All right, so let's talk about Ukraine's energy under attack. To really get why this change is so revolutionary, you first have to understand the sheer scale of the problem they're up against. Think about it. The old system was like putting all your eggs in one basket. You have a few huge power plants, and they've proven to be dangerously vulnerable. You hit one of those big facilities, and boom, the lights go out for millions. So this has forced a complete pivot, a move toward a model that's way more resilient because it's spread out. Okay, so a pivot to decentralization. This is where it gets really interesting. You have to look at how the government has responded. They didn't just patch things up. They've launched this whole set of measures to completely transform the energy sector, right from the ground up. So what is a decentralized energy supply? The core idea is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Instead of depending on a handful of massive, easy-to-hit power plants, the strategy is to create thousands, countless really, of smaller, independent power sources all over the country. And to make this happen fast, the government is putting some serious incentives on the table. First off, they're slashing all the red tape, making it way easier to set up renewable energy facilities. Step 2, they've gotten rid of all customs duties and VAT on imported energy gear, no taxes. And third, they're offering special preferential bank loans for green energy projects. I mean, when you put it all together, the message is crystal clear. Decentralization is now the #1 priority. And what does all that mean? Well, the crucial takeaway here is that these government actions have created this huge, immediate, and stable demand for new energy solutions. This isn't some temporary thing. It's a massive market need that is here to stay. All right, so we've got this massive demand. How is it actually being met? Let's get into the tangible solutions, the actual tech that's powering the nation's resilience. This image just says it all, right? On the one hand, you have the problem, centralized and super vulnerable. On the other, the solution, decentralized and resilient. It's this fundamental shift away from giant, fragile infrastructure to small, tough, personal tech that literally puts the power back into people's hands. And at the heart of it all are these things. Portable power stations. Think of them like a super-powered, high-tech power bank, but for your entire house or your small business. These mid-range models, like this Bluetti, are quickly becoming essential items for every household. And, of course, it doesn't stop there. The product range scales way up. You've got these premium high-power units that can handle much bigger energy needs, for larger homes or even commercial businesses. But listen, it's not just about the power stations. That's just one piece of the puzzle. We're talking about a whole ecosystem of gear here. You've got your portable charging stations, sure, but also things like inverters and standalone solar inverters and these super long-lasting LiFePO PO4 batteries. It all comes together to create a complete, independent power system. So, let's talk about the economics of this opportunity. Because when you mix massive demand with strong government support and technology that's ready to go, well, you unleash some pretty powerful economic forces that can make this change happen at lightning speed. Just look at this number, €1.5 million. That's the estimated monthly sales volume once a project like this is fully scaled up. That figure alone should tell you just how enormous the market potential is. It really shows the sheer scale of the need. And the profitability? It's exceptionally high. We're talking up to 35%. And look, that's not just a dry business stat. It's proof that the government incentives, like getting rid of those import taxes, are working. They're making these solutions affordable enough for everyone to get on board, and fast. And what's really remarkable is that you don't need billions to get in on this. The entry point for businesses to start participating in this new energy economy is actually pretty low, starting at around €200,000. That's enough to get the first stage launched and start filling orders. So you put it all together, and the financial picture is just wow. You've got huge demand, which means stable orders. You've got low costs, under 12,000 euros a month. This means you can turn over your capital incredibly fast, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. That creates this powerful economic engine that's driving this whole transition forward at speed. But this is about more than just the numbers on a spreadsheet, as compelling as they are. This is an investment in the future. It's about building a whole new foundation for the country's energy security, for its resilience, for decades to come. And let me be clear, this isn't just some vague idea. It's ready to go, right now. The personnel are hired, the networks of buyers are already there, and the partnerships with banks are all locked in. This is a turnkey project, ready for immediate launch. So that leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? Is what we're seeing in Ukraine, this incredible innovation born out of a terrible crisis, is it actually a glimpse into the future of energy for the rest of the world? It really could be a blueprint for a more resilient, decentralized energy future for all of us.